Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be notified. As you see, I'm sitting outside doing this video, enjoying the fresh air. It's a nice, beautiful day out here, and it's quiet. Maybe hear a few birds chirping, some dogs barking, but it's all good, man. Sometimes we got to get outside, get some of this nature that the Most High has provided us, has blessed us with. Clear your head, get some of this good oxygen, get some of this sun, boost some of that melanin, and get your day started. But anyway, today I want to bring a story, man, that came out of Mansfield, Texas yesterday. It's a sad story. And it's about a school shooting that happened at Timberview High School. Now, this was like nationwide news. When I was at work yesterday, went out to the lobby and saw, it was on TV, it was on CNN, it's on the local news, it was on like the Spanish channels. It was all over. And the first thing they said was, mass shooting at a high school. First thing you think is, oh man, somebody went in there, these kids went in there, some crazy ass kids went in there and started shooting up the school. But then as the story went on and more of the details come out, you see what really happened. You see who the shooter really was, you see who the victims were or the intentional victims were. And then you start to get the story about how it all built up. But what I'm gonna do is, like as always, I'm gonna read through my notes, and I'm gonna comment, and give my points and my opinions, and throughout the video. So, like I said, T report school shooting yesterday, and it said the story goes as it's an 18-year-old by the name of Timothy Simpkins who pulled out a gun and shot two people. Four people were injured, including, and they say the victims were a 25-year-old male teacher, a pregnant teacher, and a male student and a female student. Now, when the story first came out, they put out mass shooting. So now they're gonna politicize it and talk about gun control and Biden's laws and policies trying to put in with gun control. And so they're going to immediately do that. And then they say that four people were shot. So like I said, make you think it was a mass shooting, but then as time goes on, this is what the problem with like the media, and I seen Denzel Washington make a statement one time saying that it's not about being right any longer in the media and journalism. It's about being first. And a lot of times, trying to be first, you get the story wrong. So it wasn't that four people got shot. It was like I said, one got shot. One got shot. Young brother, 15 years old, had to go through surgery in the ICU. Teacher got shot, but I believe he's out. He got treated and he's doing well. Some girl, she got injured. They don't know if it was like she got like grazed by a bullet or got cut some other way. She got treated and released. And then it was the pregnant teacher. Now, first the story, and this is what happened. This is what came out on the social media with the kids going back and forth, texting and TikToking and all that kind of stuff. And Twitter and saying that the teacher got shot and they don't know if she's gonna survive. And then later on that evening, they were saying the teacher died. And it was like, man, really? But really, it just said the teacher got hurt when she fell. And she was probably the one that was yelling in the video, but we'll get to that in a minute. All right, like I said, it happened at Timberview High School in Mansfield, Iowa. Now, the point I wanted to make about that is, like I said, it's a suburb of a suburb. It was part of a suburb of Dallas and Fort Worth. And this is not, how can I say this? This is a well-to-do neighborhood city. I mean, the houses are nice, they're big. You're talking about houses worth damn near $500,000. You know, everybody got like big houses, 3-car garages. You look at the school on the news. I mean, the school look like a dang on me college campus. It's big. It's money out there. You got well-to-do people that live out there in that area, which makes this story not only just sad, but you know, kind of strange. But anyway, like I said, the first thought, I think it's an active shooter. Then they plastered the dude's picture like all over the airwaves because he got out. Now the story goes is it was a big fight, and yes, there's a video online that shows the fight of the guy beating up the kid before the shooting happens. And they said you got officers stationed in the school because they was wondering why there's no metal detectors. But they got officers stationed in the school. Now I know when I was growing up, we used to have metal detectors in the front of the school, and we had police officers in the school, you know. And every now and then they do sweeps. But that was in the city. That was in Dallas. You know, things was different. See, back in the day, when you talk about suburbs, that type of stuff didn't happen in the suburbs. But anyway, so like I said, they plastic pictures all over the internet, all over the media saying like, oh, so like I said, the police, there was a fight. The police was called, the in-school police was called. They said it was on their way up to the classroom when they heard the shots. So and it's on the second floor. So my question is, how did the boy get, or the young man get away if both officers, because if you watch the interview with the police chief or whoever it was, he said that pretty much, he said that they were like right there when the shots went off. Like probably pretty much around the corner from the classroom the shots went off. But somehow the boy got out the classroom and escaped. This goes back to the shooting they had maybe like a couple years ago in this school where, you know, the policemen them got fired because these kids was in the school shooting up the school, and the police officer never engaged, never went in to confront the shooters and to take them out. These cats stayed outside the school while the kids was getting shot up. And they try to justify why they didn't go inside, but then it's like a whole thing got fired, they got sued. I don't know what happened, but this reminds me of that. When they hire these cats that want to be police, that's why a lot of times people say these policemen are cowards, because you hire these guys get these jobs, you hire these guys to protect and serve, and all they do is shoot folk who ain't armed. And when it's, what was it, one story earlier this year in Detroit, where these policemen, these guys, police was like parked on the street, and these dudes did a drive-by, like right in front of the policeman. And come to find out, nobody even know the policeman was in that area until the video comes out. Months later, weeks or months later. And all of a sudden they said, wait a minute, police was there? How in the hell? You know, but later on they did an investigation, and I don't know, but again, like I say, like these cats, man, they cowards, dude, cowards. But anyway, so like I said, when you first hear the story, mass shooting, that's how they put it out. Make you think people going in, just targeting, hitting like 30 kids, and they probably gonna end up killing themselves. Then when they plastered the picture of the young brother, you knew right away it was a targeted hit, or a targeted shooting. I don't want to use that word, but a targeted shooting. That basically he had a beef with someone, and most likely that's what it was. And that's what it ended up being. Now I'm gonna say it like this, I admit, when I first heard the story, when I first saw the young brother on the news, young cat, looked like he growing dreads. I mean, it looks like he had a mouthful of gold. I'm thinking, oh hell. Another young little thug, parents to move him out the hood, trying to get him to the suburb for a better life, and he bringing this bullcorn, you know what I'm saying, to the suburbs. It's like why, dude? Like, why? I mean, thinking he a coward because he getting in a fight, getting beat up, and you want to pull out a gun and shoot somebody, you know, kind of stuff like, you know, why in the heck these young cats can't fight no more? Just why the first thing they want to do is pull out a gun and shoot somebody. But like I say, that's when the misinformation comes out first, but then once all the true facts come out, then you have to sit back and say, okay, I can understand it better, and it makes more sense. And it's the story that you don't want to hear a story like this, but it's the story that I prefer to hear because it makes a lot more sense. First of all, social media came out and said this boy is an 18-year-old sophomore. And I'm like, 18-year-old sophomore? Then again, it's like, well, damn, no, like I say, you know, probably got in trouble back in the day in school, and you know, back in the day, and got kicked out of schools, and he got transferred to this school way out in the suburbs. That used to happen back in the day. I don't know how it goes now, but I know back in the day, kids just get moved all around because they used to get in trouble in schools, and you know, they either put them in like youth action or you know, like a school was used to be called Metro, and then that's in Dallas, and then you know they moved you out to the suburbs, but. Like I said, that was the misinformation. Come to find out, the brother was an 18-year-old senior getting ready to graduate. You know, no problem. So you know, from what the story say, he had no problems or what have you. But like I say, he was an 18-year-old sophomore. Like I say, he was an 18-year-old senior. And then the family comes out to the press conference via a spokesperson. They're all standing next to the spokesperson. And again, you look at them houses, nice houses, brand new houses. 3 car garage worth about $400,000, $500,000, $500,000. You know, great neighborhood. The kind of neighborhood that when you grew up in Pleasant Grove, you want to get out the hood and move to a big house, a nice neighborhood that's quiet, and you don't have to deal with a lot of problems. Certain types of problems, you know. You move up, you know, you move out, you do well for your family. You're not ashamed of doing it. And like I say, you see these houses, see the neighborhood, and say, yup, they were doing right by this boy. So then it's like, so why in the heck did this happen? So then the family says, or the spokeslady says, this boy was bullied. Had got bullied a number of times, then got robbed at the school. Teachers have been told, principal has been told, nothing was done. And now the story goes from like sad or disappointed to being upset, because now it's time to start, if this is true, it's time to start blaming the adults, because it seems like the story never changed, and it's a black kid, a black American, and that's when it starts, like really gets into your psyche, because it's like, get these black kids fighting each other. You know, you bring in this book because I think in the video, like I said, the video out on the internet, the boy is beating this boy up and calling him all kind of words, you know. And it sounds like he's saying blood while he's hitting the dude. So now you're talking about a gang element coming to the suburbs. Who the hell does that, man? Where did that boy come from? To where he's, you know, if I heard it right, that's what he's like bringing to the suburbs. Anyway, so what it says, so what the story is, the family story, trying to say is that the boy got bullied, beat up, they got picked on. You know, he had nice things. Maybe a lot of these kids didn't have nice things. And one thing I want to say about the press conference, when the woman was saying that, you see a woman standing next to her, not like real hard. That's the kind of stuff that's not needed at that time. Because I understand you're emotional. I know you hurt. Your boy done did something foul. He ran from the police. Then he turns himself in. But I understand you angry, sad, upset, because no one did anything before now. But you see the brother over there standing next to her, he makes no move. This is why you have to have good leadership in the family, because they need to follow his lead. At a time like this, you standing there, first of all, nobody's talking, that's why you got a spokesperson, because they know the family's gonna be very emotional, and they know the family may say something that just may rub people the wrong way. But see, that nodding like she did in the way she did it could possibly rub the family of the boy that got shot, which I believe, and I've been told that's the boy that was fighting, that was beating up that boy in class. That might rub in the wrong way to say, oh, you might think you better than us, which is if the boy's getting bullied because he having better things, driving nice cars, and that could be what the fight's stemming for. See, young kids really don't understand what flossing in front of people does, no matter where you at. If you got a lot of money, or if you think you got a lot of money, because if you got a lot of money, and if other people are jealous of what you got, people are going to target you, no matter where you at. Does that mean you be ashamed of what you got? No, but that just means you just ain't got to put it out there. And I'm quite sure him being a kid, and with the way the music is nowadays, and the videos, and the way society try to portray our people, every time they got money, they got to show it off. They got to go online and show off their clothes and their jewelry and their teeth and their money and the stuff they bought. So you're gonna make yourself a target. Period, point blank. So like I said, the woman probably shouldn't have made them gestures. She should have just stood there in solidarity, let the woman talk and walk on, and let the investigation take its course. Now this dude if they done report this to teachers and principals on numerous occasions, and then he comes out and got the dumping on this boy, and this might be a controversial statement I'm about to say, but I can't blame the boy, because I can tell you, like, when my kids were young in school and they were having problems with some friends or whatever, and they say, no, my child was saying that another child was bullying them, we go tell the teacher. I said, tell the teacher, tell the principal, and then we went to go tell the teacher and talk to the teacher and principal. And I told them in the office, I said, look, my child said she just came to you guys on a number of occasions. We have come to you. Now, I'm gonna need you to handle this so we don't go any further. I don't know how you can do it, because this is your school, you handle it right. But if I told my child, if another incident like this happens again, I told her if she got to defend herself, she defend herself. And you do not get off of that child's ass until somebody pulls you off. Because it done got to that point to where you can't take it no more. I'm not pulling my kid out of school. For what? The kid did nothing wrong, or didn't do anything to warrant what was happening against him, because all the evidence pointed to what was going on. So now, y'all gonna have to nip this. Needless to say, we ain't had no more issues after that I know of. But everything's fine, and everybody done moved on. So like I said, I understand, like, if the boy's getting bullied and he's crying out for help. Now, what if the boy would have brought the gun to school, shot himself in the bathroom, committed suicide, hung himself? What would everybody be saying now? Oh my God, this is sad. Oh my God, bullying is real. Oh, someone should have done something. Oh, we wish we would have done something. Now the young man that took his own life. And, woe was me, boo-hoo, and all that kind of bullshit. But it's like, dude, y'all know what's going on. You guys have got to put better policies and procedures and acts in place to make sure this stuff does not happen and does not get out of control. You have to outthink the person who's committing the bad behavior. You have to. You got to do more drastic stuff than they do because they don't believe you're gonna do anything. They believe they can bully somebody. Oh, you ain't gonna do nothing. All you gonna do is talk to them in the office. Oh, you may give me a house suspension. All it's gonna do is piss me out more, and I'm gonna go, and do more things, and nothing gonna happen. Then when the boy kill himself, all they gonna do is talk about it. Talk, they gonna talk about it. Feel like they won a victory, and nothing's gonna happen to the offender. So if this boy was bullied, he had really had three options: do nothing and continue to get assaulted, get his ass whooped, and get this PTSD that y'all don't believe that Black Americans get. He could have took out a weapon, shot himself, killed himself to end all his pain because nobody's trying to help him until after the fact. Or he could have done what he did, and that was defend himself and take matters into his own hands. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you do, damn if you don't. So like I say, I blame the kids. Well, anyway, I mean blame the parent. But anyway, in the end, the boys like I say, he turned himself in. They found a gun somewhere on the street. They say he's getting charged with like 3 different assault charges, all because of what? All because of kids. And people say, oh, boys gonna be boys, kids be kids. Man, my thing is, like I say, dude, y'all in the doggone suburbs. When I was growing up, you know what that meant? You moved to the suburbs, like I said, you're in a nice neighborhood, you're out the streets, you're away from the problems that your family think is hurting you. And you can live in peace. That's supposedly the American dream. That's a story that you want. That's how you want to live. But nowadays, you move to the suburbs and you bring a gang with you. Like, what the hell is that? What's that all about? And you see interviews online where you see real gangsters, OGs, will get on there and talk about people like Chris Brown and talk about people like Lil Wayne. It's like, dude, why y'all wait till y'all become famous and then you want to start gang banging? Once you start having money, now you want to gang bang? Say, man, all the gang banging trying to get to where you get, and y'all going backwards. So, dude, you in Mansfield. If y'all don't believe what type of neighborhood it is, shoot, Google it, look it up. You'll see exactly what type of houses and people that live out there. And you bring that stuff there. And then we wonder, and let's go ahead and take it here before I end this video. And then we wonder why people look at us crazy. Then we wonder why people judge us. And then we say, well, we all ain't like that. I know. All of us ain't like that. Small few, but that's all they want to look at is a small few. But they see stuff like this, and then the first thing that happens, that $400,000 house that your family live in, man, that property drops to about $375 to $350, $325 maybe. All because why? Black family. So you done brought the crime out to the neighborhood. All these young kids, man, you go to these dang high school games and all of them got dreadlocks. They wearing skinny jeans that they little brothers should be wearing. Trying to look like thugs and play. You, like I say, you live in an area where you don't have. That's my point. You don't have to live like that. There's no reason. Why is it that we are always in competition with each other, and we make it personal and we make it negative to where physical violence has to occur? You know what I would do, man? I would recommend people go back and watch this show called Dallas. Came out late 70s, early 80s, popular show worldwide. And check out the main character of J.R. This dude was money through oil, and when he had competition, he didn't go out there and kill nobody. He just hired no goons to go out there and beat people up. This man found a way to to get at you through your business and your money. And that's how corporate America, and that's how, people with money, that's how they handle business. They'll take you to the courts. They'll take you, like I said, they'll do something to try to shut your business down. Look at the LGBT people. You don't make them a cake, they want to, because you don't make them a gay cake, they want to get mad and have your whole business shut down. It's like they don't even try to give you the freedom, they don't even understand the concept of it. What we got to understand is, hey, when people don't want you there, just go somewhere else. You ain't got to try to shut them down, leave them, just let them do their thing. You go start your own little bakery. But anyway, my point is, the ways to handle conflicts. And I know the kids. When I saw this story, and I saw, like I said, I saw the pictures of the boy that got shot, the one that supposedly, I think, beat up Brother Timothy. On one side, it's, well, Younger got what he deserved. I mean, if he bullying the boy and beating him up and trying to holler this, blood gang stuff, well, he pulled out a gun and shot him. I mean, hey, say you live by the sword, you die by the sword, you know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, and it's a bigger hand, he's a baby. He's a freaking 15, 16-year-old baby, man. And these kids think they grown and think they know everything. And I'm just gonna say it like this: kids don't know shit about life. I'm 44 and still learning a lot of things about this world. Talk to my parents, still ask them questions, still get advice from them. And I'm grown. Pay bills, got a house, got grown kids. I'm grown, but I still go get advice from grown people. I don't sit here and try to look at kids and try to be like them and try to do what they do to try to stay young. I ain't got to do that, man. That life is over for me. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, I'm grown, still learning. These are babies. I got a lot of living. You know what I'm saying? Most High willing, a lot of living to do. And you gotta understand, some things is not. A lot of stuff ain't worth. A lot of battles ain't worth it, man. Wise man told me once before. You gotta choose your battles wisely, because a lot of things ain't worth it. Because, dude, you could have lost your life over what? Now, while the family's sitting out here putting out these little online videos and online pictures about how they love the guy, he was a great guy, my little man, hope he pulled through. Yes, I pray that the brother pulls through. I don't want to see another brother, another sister go out over senseless violence. I do. But the main thing I want is for him and others just like him to learn a lesson, to understand that this is not worth it. Because just like you can sit there and do something, because one of the guys, well, I guess one of the friends of the boy that was shot said, just before the shooting happened, they were talking about getting snacks and what they're gonna eat for lunch and stuff like that. Like they say, right before the shooting happened, or like right before class happened, and then all of a sudden, not even 30 minutes later, all hell broke loose, and you world famous. But the question is it worth it? What's it worth it? But hey, I just want to know, what do you think about this story? Tell me your take. Do you think, you feel like it's a tragic? I do. Do you think it's sad? Or do you blame the boy for what he did? Do you think he should have handled it a different way? How much of the blame do you put on the school system? How much of the blame do you put on the parents? Because say he lived with his grandmother. I didn't hear, I don't think I've heard yet, one said about a dad. So I don't know who the guy was in the press conference. But wherever they live, like I said, wherever they was living good, in a good neighborhood, period. But I believe the boy matter of fact, I believe Brother Timothy got a brother who actually is a sophomore, and that boy that had jumped or fighting Timothy. He was a sophomore. I think they said that Timothy's brother and that boy had got into a fight earlier in the year. So this has been an ongoing problem with these groups of people, these two groups. So again, how much blame do you put on school for not, taking for not really taking more, taking more of a role in squashing this beef? They thought it was just kids fight, man. Kids are different now than it was back in the day. Like I said, back in the day, we used to fight. Most times we didn't fight in school. Most times we had a problem. We could either, go in the bathroom or wait till after school or wait till Friday. Little simple stuff like that. We wasn't like thinking like maybe we're going to school with somebody. No, one thing. In class, act the fool in class, unless it must have been like a real. Now I ain't saying it didn't happen because it did. I'm just saying most of the time. That's how it would happen, and it's like, but I guess since this had been a build up, as soon as they saw each other, whatever it was. But for him to bring a gun into school, then it had to be an ongoing problem. And something should have been done before now. But with that being said, let me get out of here, y'all. We get out here and go and enjoy some more of this day, some more of this sunshine, this beautiful weather out here in the great state of Texas, man. But hey, as always, like, share, comment, subscribe. Like I say, hit the notification bell when you subscribe. You wanna help with the channel, help build this channel, man. Go hit the description box, hit the little websites in the description box. Buy some merchandise. If you got your own YouTube channel, trying to start your own YouTube channel, get that TubeBuddy link, man. It'll help you a lot to get started. Show you how to find the keyword, try to help you find like the hot topics of the day, so you can jump on and make videos, get the views, build your subscriber list, build your views up, so we can hurry up and get this monetization. That's what we're trying to get to, right? But with that being said, I leave y'all the same way I came. That's a peace.